entrepreneur my entire life.
You always got to have ninjas on your socks.
And what you see in an entrepreneur's eyes is an unbelievable drive to create something new where there was nothing. And that is what drives innovation and excitement for entrepreneurs here who are running around at Startup Weekend right now.
This is the biggest Startup Weekend we've ever done. We've got over 300 people here tackling some of the biggest problems. We're bringing together educators, gamers, healthcare professionals, programmers, designers. We're all here in it just to slog it out, work for 54 hours, and just build some really cool companies. We kicked off the weekend on Friday night with some of the most amazing speakers. Steve Case, we had Scott Case, we had Reid Hoffman, we had Neil from Demo. We then broke everybody out into 3 different verticals: healthcare, gaming, and education. In each vertical, we pitched ideas and formed teams to solve different problems.
And move it to your mobile phone. So
There'll be 3 winners that emerge from the weekend, and all 3 winners are then going to be invited to come to Demo. And then at Demo, the audience will vote on those 3 and select one that will then have the opportunity to be our last final demonstrator on Wednesday.
Saturday night, we had one of the most mind-blowing parties. Microsoft went way out of the way and had one of the biggest parties we've ever had at Startup Weekend. We had almost 1,000 people. It was just unreal.
One of the things you see in successful startup ecosystems around the country and around the globe is the level of connectedness of the network of people who are in a given place. And so we see at Startup Weekend as a microcosm of that phenomenon, and the more we can do that, the more successful companies will create here in America.
Just over the last 72 hours, and keep in mind they've only had the last couple of hours to prepare because we told them at lunchtime that they were the winners. The winner is AdGame. Please welcome AdGame.
So, I may be an entrepreneur, but I am an educator at heart. I've been around the world for several years teaching, and what I realized is even if the educational content is good, it's always a challenge to get good distribution. How can we distribute education better? What is good at distribution is ads and banner ads. And I hate banner ads. They're annoying, they're loud, they try to trick you. And we've learned to filter it out. We only click on 1 in 1,000 banner ads. And so they're compensating by picking up more and more internet real estate. So I think that's a waste. How can we make this better? Hi, I'm Tony Liu from AdGame. And I'm here to tell you how we are distributing education through the online ad network. We create educational games in ads. Now, by reframing the problem this way, by starting with the premise, actually the promise that we will provide educational value, I found some really cool ways to combine the methods from education and from gaming and from advertising to provide substantial benefit to everyone in the value chain. So let's take a look at the demo. Okay, so this would be a sample website, and on the right you see in blue that is an ad game, and this is what we created for the demo conference. Let's take a look at a closer one. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so this is the first game that we created. Okay, so you've seen ad quizzes before. So what's special about ours? Well, first of all, the question, the information. So it's not about punching the monkey or guessing which picture is J-Lo's ass. This is actually information that might come up on the SATs. Okay, what else? In the bottom, there is a leaderboard. So it provides reputational reward. So if you perform well in your ad game, then your name or message can be distributed throughout the world. Okay, so what city is the birthplace of the Renaissance?
Florence.
I heard Florence. Let's try that. Correct. Okay, Florence is also the birthplace of Gucci. So now we've used a trick called associative learning. So now Florence, Gucci, and the Renaissance are all linked up together, and that helps memory. Okay, what else do we do? There is a progress bar in the bottom. So say you're level 29 on the Gucci ad game, and you know that at level 30, you're going to get a really cool discount. I can be pretty sure that you will be looking out for this ad game when you surf the internet. And if you have trouble finding it, you can just come to our homepage, where we list the websites that we perform the Gucci ad game, such as VentureBeat and the New York Times. So you can frequent those sites more to get the next level. So what just happened is we just reversed the relationship. The ad has become the primary attractor to a website. Okay, so what else do we have? You can also, if you're afraid that we're going to forget your information, you can log into the ad, and then we can provide you with better content. Okay, so that was the demo. So, okay, how effective is this? We did some customer validation, and we found that among customers, 33% actually preferred our ad game as more engaging than the professionally designed ones from Gucci. But what's more important is the recall metrics. We found that a few hours after the quiz, 90% of the users were able to recall the educational component. So it just provides us, it's incredibly sticky. And also, 90% were able to perform brand recall. So that was way above our expectations. Okay, so where do we go from here? So we're finding many new types of games to do this format. And what we'll have is a marketplace where you can have organizations that have educational content teaming up with brands that want more engagement and teaming up with game developers to fund their products. And we already have our first customer, and Startup Weekend, a startup came to us to create an ad together. And we have our first investment. One of the judges there is an angel investor, and he emptied out his wallet and gave us the cash as the first investment. And I really wish there was an ATM machine nearby. Okay, so what is the Startup Weekend experience like? Friday I went there, I had a different idea, but as I was waiting in line to pitch, I got bored with my idea already. And they say creativity occurs when ideas have sex. So education, gaming, and advertising were having vigorous orgy inside my head. It's like Alan Pop, this concept. And so I pitched the idea, formed the team. The next morning, we already lost our developer. So we couldn't develop. So by the afternoon, we were in crisis mode. But we really believed in this concept, so we learned how to code, we made a product, and now we're here. And so we're not the only ones. In health, there is Live Home Free, and in gaming, there's Goblinga. And so we would all like to thank Startup Weekend, Startup America Partnership, Microsoft BizPark, and Demo for giving us this incredible opportunity. Thank you.
That really is the end of the demonstrators.